This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(1:15 p.m.) This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna marks its 5th anniversary today. The President sent his well-wishers on the anniversary. The Prime Minister says that the party is acting in a responsible manner. Finance Minister emphasises that the aim of the party is to win the people of the country. Scholarship exam will be conducted in January. Foreign news, world leaders promise to end deforestation by 2030. Local news in detail now. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa sent his well-wishers in connection with the 5th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. He also stated that the SLBC was created to fulfill the public aspirations as it was a timely need of the era. The President also said that in the year 2015, the international security of the country collapsed and betrayal of the war heroes by the international organizations. He also stated during that period, the Mahasangha, who raised their voice against the then government, was imprisoned. The entire mechanism of the country was obstructed during that period. Explaining views at the occasion, the Prime Minister said that the party is acting in a responsible manner and can be introduced as a people-friendly party. A special event themed towards prosperity with pride, graced by the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa, is currently taking place at the Nelumpokuna Theatre in Colombo. The ceremony is held in compliance with the health guidelines due to the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic situation. National Organiser and Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa said that the determination of the party is to win the general public and not defeat anyone. He said the party will also act as an honest party in the future as well. The challenges of opponents will also be considered as a blessing. The Cabinet of Ministers has given the nod to the revised schedule for the Grade 5 Scholarship, Advanced Level and Ordinary Level examinations for the year 2021. The schedule was tabled by the Minister of Education at the Cabinet meeting held yesterday. Accordingly, the Grade 5 Scholarship exam will be held on the 22nd of January next year. GCE Advanced Level exam will be held from the 7th of February to the 5th of March 2022, and the GCE Ordinary Level exam will be held from the 23rd of May to the 1st of June next year. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
A driver and a van have been taken into custody on looting money which was to be deposited to a teller machine of a private bank while transporting the money from Colombo to Nuwara. The driver had fled after taking the money from the van, while the van was stopped at a teller machine at the Hatton town to deposit the money. The van was travelling with security officials. A special police task force team was able to apprehend the driver with possession of over 67 million rupees at the Hatton town by observing the road they were travelling through the use of satellite data fixed to the van. The van and the money have been handed over to the Kappitipola police station to conduct further investigations into the incident. Meanwhile, the software engineer of Epic Lanka Technologies, who was arrested in connection with the deletion of National Medicines Regulatory Authority (NMRA) data, has been further remanded until November 16th by the Colombo Magistrates Court. And that ends local news.
Just as love and freedom are important to a child, so too is knowledge. Encouraging their pursuit of knowledge is our most important responsibility as parents.
Sri Lanka Insurance Mini-Muthu education plans ensure a secure future for your child with a higher education fund, comprehensive protection and a range of additional covers. Mini-Muthu education plans for children who dare to dream. Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Secretary to the President, P.B. Jayasundara, said that currently the number of COVID deaths reported is less than 20. He also said that the government's aim is to bring this number further down. He made these remarks at a media briefing held at the Presidential Media Centre this morning. The vaccination program is being carried out successfully. The President had to take several challenging decisions in order to protect the future generation. The President is always dedicated to manage the challenges the country faces. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
This is Watchlight.
Sri Lanka Medical Association says it's more important than ever before to take precise steps at this point of time within the context of the current regulations to prevent another surge in infections. The association also pointed out that the third dose of Pfizer vaccines should be provided for the priority teams when enforcing the present rules and travel restrictions under stern observation. It has been stressed that people should act in a responsible manner and follow health guidelines in order to ease the risk of the pandemic. And that was Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
In the headlines, world leaders promise to end deforestation by 2030. Indian Prime Minister pledges net zero by 2070. Australian Prime Minister rejects sledging from France amid row. World news in detail now. More than 100 world leaders will promise to end and reverse deforestation by 2030 in the COP26 Climate Summit's first major deal. Brazil, where large parts of the Amazon rainforest have been cut down, will be among the signatories today. The pledge includes almost £14 billion of the public and private funds. Experts welcomed the move, but warned a previous deal in 2014 had failed to slow deforestation at all, and commitments needed to be delivered on. Felling trees contributes to climate change because it depletes forests that absorb vast amounts of warming gas, carbon dioxide. India has promised to cut its emissions to net zero by 2070, missing a key goal of the COP26 summit for countries to commit to reach that target by 2050. Prime Minister Narendra Modi made the pledge the first time India has set a net zero target at the Glasgow summit. Net zero, or becoming carbon neutral, means not adding to the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. China has announced plans for carbon neutrality by 2060, while the US and the EU aim to hit net zero by 2050. The Indian leader is one of more than 120 leaders to have gathered in Glasgow for the 2-week conference. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has escalated a row with France over a scrapped submarine deal, saying his nation will not accept sledging and slurs. On Sunday, French President Emmanuel Macron said he knew Mr. Morrison had lied to him about his intentions to renege on the deal. Mr. Morrison denies he lied, but he's been accused of cynically twisting Mr. Macron's words as rebuking Australians rather than him personally. Back to the headlines of the world news. World leaders promise to end deforestation by 2030. Indian Prime Minister pledges net zero by 2070. Australian Prime Minister rejects sledging from France amid row. And that ends world news.
Development news.
Rehabilitation of 5,000 reservoirs under the Wari Saubhagya program began this year to further stabilize the country's agricultural economy and thereby strengthen rural life. Under this program, it is planned to rehabilitate 1,000 reservoirs in the year 2021. This program is implemented by the Department of Irrigation, Mahavali Authority, Mahavali Consultancy Bureau and the Department of Agrarian Development. The program, Wari Saubhagya, is expected to be completed within a period of 3 years. And that was development news.
Moving on with sports news.
Another 2 matches of the T20 World Championship will be held in Dubai today. Bangladesh team and the South Africa team will compete. The match will begin at 3:30 p.m. The match between Namibia and Pakistan will begin at 7:30 p.m. tonight. Pakistan has won 3 matches at the qualified rounds of Super 12 teams. Sri Lanka will face their next match against the West Indies on Thursday. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Ministers' Summit on Tourism of the Asian region will be convened, and the aim of this move is to uplift the tourism industry and to implement a joint program among the regional countries. The decision has been taken at a discussion held between the Bangladesh High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Arifal Islam, and the Tourism Minister Prasanna Ranatunga. The High Commission stated it is expected to sign an MOU on the tourism industry between the 2 countries. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news.
courtesy of...
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
The Financial Intelligence Unit of the Central Bank announced the imposition of administrative penalties of 2 million rupees on 2 financial institutions and a bank. The financial penalties are imposed on institutions for non-compliance with the provisions of the FTRA. The penalty may be prescribed taking into consideration the nature and the gravity of the relevant non-compliance by the financial institutions. These penalties have been imposed on People's Merchant Finance PLC, Ideal Finance and the Ceylon Bank. And that was Economic News.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act No. 42 of 2011.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
In the weather report, the Met Department says that the low-pressure area located around Sri Lanka is moving away from the island. However, atmospheric conditions are still favourable for the formation of evening thunder showers over the island. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places over most parts of the island during the evening or at night. Showers or thunder showers may occur in the western, southern and northern provinces during the morning too. Heavy showers above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the western, Sabragamur, northwestern, central and north central provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. That was the weather report.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, brings Nanasa app, a trilingual educational mobile app for online learning with video-based lessons from grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with the Nanasa app. No subscription fees. Download via Google Play Store, App Store, Huawei Store or Windows. Dialogue, the future today.
To end this news broadcast, back to the headlines. Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna marks its 5th anniversary today. The President sent his well-wishes on the anniversary. The Prime Minister says that the party is acting in a responsible manner. Finance Minister emphasises that the aim of the party is to win the people of the country. Scholarship exam will be conducted in January. Foreign news, world leaders promise to end deforestation by 2030. And with that, we end this news broadcast.